All right, let's everybody get started. You ready? Woo! Here we go. Woo-woo! Listen, excitement. If you're brand new here, when you hear woo-woo, it means excitement.
Yes.
When I drop off Tyler in the morning, I got the whole school saying woo-woo. They know when the car comes through, woo-woo. They know so woo-woo will be up. Yeah. So everybody, I got the kids saying it. I got the teacher saying it. I got the principal saying it. People are saying it, and then they come back to me afterwards. Like, what the heck does it mean? Right.
Like, that was fun. What does that mean?
It's excitement. So we're excited to be here. We're excited to help you reach your dreams. We're excited to help you get healthier along the way. So let's roll. So somebody said this, right? The last 4 months of the year are the best time to make it an MLM. Would y'all agree with that in the chat? Yes or no? I promise you, I'm not going to read your rights beforehand. Would you? Yeah. Is that true or no?
I'll call you out though.
Yes or no? Is that true? Okay, we got some yeses. We got some new, right? Here, do you want me to help you with the answer? The answer is, it is wrong. Let me understand this right. Are your bills seasonal? Do they not come 24/7, 365?
They're coming.
So what in the world tells you, makes you think that the last 4 months are the best in the industry? That is wrong. Wrong, 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 wrong with a capital R. I want you to think about that for a second. Wrong. The best months in the industry, January, February, March, April, May, every single month is the best month. Period. When you're leading with your dreams, every minute is the best. Every second is the best. Every week is the best. Every month is the best. There is no such thing as the best season. It's called 5-minute pay season.
It's a good season.
That's what it's called. It's called getting healthier every season. So please, so those that said it, there's one person that said it, and he knows that he's guilty as heck. And I'm going to call him right after this broadcast because you gave me great content to talk about. Christy's trying to go to bat for you. She's trying to, because you know I want to. Okay, but seriously, guys, when you're dreaming, it is in you all the time. It's not turned off. It's not turned on. It's all of the time when you're chasing your dreams and you're helping other people do. Please, and again, I know people asking, wait till the end of the broadcast. I'll be talking about updates and everything else, right? Happy to help you then, right? So again, this is critically important. Next up. Remember this. People don't buy into what you're doing. They buy into why you're doing it. It's the emotional fuel. Reasons come first, answers come second. Let me say that again. Reasons come first, answers come second. People need to become more emotional and not as much mechanical, right? Emotional comes first. Excitement comes first. Let me ask you a question, right? How much auto delivery is it to be excited? How much cost is it to be excited? How much does it cost you to be excited? How much does it cost you to dream? The answer is a big fat zero. It costs you nothing. So people are all concentrating on the wrong things. Let's concentrate on the right thing, which is emotion, which is people, right? And why you're doing something. So an important part of why you're doing something is your story. What's your story? Everybody has their story. I was a policeman. I wanted to make more money. I wanted to have more free time, but most importantly, I wanted to teach other people how to do the same thing, right? Simple. What's your story? Why are you doing the business? Why? It comes in 99% of the people, it's going to be this. F, it's called form. F-O-R-M. F is family. You want to have more free time with your family, right? Yeah. Now, somebody I know said, I want to have more free time away from my family. I said, you need a counselor. But most people want to spend more time with your family. Simple, more free time. I had a lady one time in my old neighborhood, I kid you not. This was when I was a policeman working undercover. Because the police car wasn't parked in front of the house, but she would see me home on the days off, and I would park the undercover car in the garage. She came and banged on my door. I know you're selling drugs because you're always home. I'm like,
Goodness.
I had free time though, right? So again, F, family, right? Second thing, O, occupation. 97% of the people around the world are in a job or profession that they don't feel they're appreciated at, or they don't feel they have a future in. Doesn't matter in the United States or elsewhere in the world, most people feel that way. Now, don't sit here and think I'm telling you to go quit your job. That's not what I'm telling you to do. Okay. I actually enjoyed my job more when I found MLM because I had hope for the future, right? I had my answer. So how hard I worked and how fast I worked, the speed at which I worked helped me determine how quickly I could leave, right? So I think that is very important. So O, occupation. The next is recreation, R, right? Most people want to have more free time. Just that simple. To do what? To go to the beach, to go on vacation with the family, to go golfing on the weekends, whatever the case is. Most people use the weekends to do their recreational activities. When you bust loose in this business, and when you design your own life, when you make the sacrifices that you need to, when you make the necessary commitments to your family that you need to, then what? Every day can be a weekend. But some people, many people around the world, they make a very bad mistake. They celebrate too early. What are you celebrating? And I want to point this out to you. Okay, you start, your alarm clock goes off at 7 in the morning, right? For some, right? Goes off. Me, I don't have an alarm clock, but it goes off about 2:50 in the morning. But what happens is you hit your alarm clock, you're going to a job that you can't stand, you do the microwave drive-through breakfast at McDonald's, wherever you're going, right? You get to work, you're not inspired when you're there, you keep checking your watch till it's Monday at 5 o'clock. At 5:01, you think it's freedom. Same thing, drive-through breakfast, go, or lunch, dinner on the way home. You go home, you sit in the recliner with a remote control, watch all the nasty politics going on in the world, all the people that are hating on each other, instead of concentrating on what you should be doing, which is your future, right? You should be working your business, right? So then people repeat it on Tuesday, on Wednesday, on Thursday, on Friday, until Friday at 5 o'clock comes. Freedom, right? They're free from having to be stuck at the job for 2 days, but you're not free. You still have bills coming on the weekend. So what do you do on the weekend? In your mind, you go and you work on the FORM, right? But you're celebrating too early, because what you're missing is it takes sacrifice. You have to give up free time. You just do. It's just the way that it is. It's just the way that life is, right? Because I promise you, Monday, it's going to repeat itself. And the following week, and the following week, and the following week, and the following. So the only way for you to create the freedom is for you to earn it. Nobody's going to give it to you because you think you deserve it. You have to go out and bust and earn it. That is the only way to get it done. Y'all know I'm straight. You know that I will tell you just like it is, right? That's how it has to be done, right? And then the M, money. Who does not want more money?
Speaks for itself.
I do.
Yeah.
You?
Sure.
Everybody does.
Help more people.
Right?
Absolutely.
Have you ever found a person that says, I got enough money, don't put any more money in my wallet? No, I don't think that person's not around, right? So again, that's it. Form. So remember that. Why you do it. Because when you share with them why you are doing it, I promise you, in the back of the prospect's mind, they're going to be saying, oh, I have the same reasons.
Yeah.
So then you tell them your story about why you're doing it. They'll be able to relate to you, right? Form, F-O-R-M. Next. Here's the model. Very simple. Works anywhere in the world. get active, get qualified, get on auto delivery, get paid every 5 minutes. It doesn't change market to market. It is the same thing, right? Very simple. Get on auto delivery. Who would not like to save up to 28% on the product?
It's huge.
Right? Favorite product, showing up at your doorstep each month, save money. You guys that would maybe save 20, 30 bucks, whatever the case is, and you're sitting there thinking, well, believe me, if I walked in your house and took $20 or $30 out of your wallet, you'd be calling 911. You know you would, right? So again, we have to start thinking like business people. You're running a business. Network marketing, not net hobby marketing. Business people, right? Go tell me if you're going to go do a quote normal traditional business and you talk to somebody, if you bought a Subway and you're saying, well, I got to make up my mind, on something that's, $100 a month. Huh? They'd be like, what? So again, this is a profession. It's not a hobby. So it all starts up here with the mindset. There's the model, plain and simple, right? I heard somebody say, I have some leaders. I went and looked at their volume. Huh? You sure you didn't say eaters instead of leaders? Leaders lead by example. You cannot expect other people to do things if you're not doing them themselves. People will think you're full of you-know-what that way. So how could I expect anybody to work hard if I'm not doing it myself? Can't do it. So if you are not all in, if you are not obsessed, if you are only provisionally committed instead of committed, people are not going to follow you. I'll save you the time of wondering. They're not going to. And you're going to wind up with skinny checks. So you have to lead. So leadership is something, honestly, which people talk too much about instead of doing the actions which makes you a leader, right? You can go to any seminar, any this, any that. Oh, they'll talk about leadership. But as soon as people take their lazy butts back to their house and sits in the recliner, watch TV, all that garbage goes out the window. Leadership is something that you must do every day because people will not just pay attention to what you say, they'll pay attention to what you do. So let's make sure that your actions line up with your what comes out of your mouth, your words. Then you'll see people that are following you. Global momentum. Man, everybody here knows I work hard, man. And Christy,
we kicked it up a whole new notch.
Yeah, I mean,
last week.
Yeah, I'm still looking to find somebody who can make the world go on one time zone. That we need to talk. If you have a solution to that, we need to talk because things are wild all over the world. And I'll give you some updates here at the end of this. But listen, okay, momentum is extremely high, and I want to explain to you why. It's not what we're experiencing now is not just because of stuff that has happened in the last 6 months. It is because of stuff we did before we started the company. What I mean by that is this. We made a decision corporately because we knew that people love 5-minute pay all over the world, that people would love Maki, people love the products, they love the shake pills. Now we know the whole world loves Prime, which is going crazy, by the way. Right? So we made the decision to put in the infrastructure globally that we're doing. Europe, we got you covered. Canada, there. Mexico, you there. Africa, many parts, we're there. Asia, as you can see, everybody, what we're doing as fast as we're doing. Latin America, South America, it's pedal down. People say, well, what country, they use in singular instead of plural, are you opening this year? I'm like, what? Huh? Country? Listen, it's our mindset. We know we're the new number one. So we're taking the new number one to the world as fast as we can. But it means doing it right, though. Okay? I was talking to somebody earlier. They asked me about this company. I don't like to talk about other companies because I don't give time to other companies because if I have time to talk about other companies, it means I'm not busy enough myself with what we're doing, right? But they said, well, this company, they're able to get product. No, not legally, they're not. This company was not registered in this particular country. You had to be registered, but they're not. So if they're not looking to do things the right way, I promise you that it is a short-term deal. I'm not doing a short-term deal. I am not. And I would not put any, first and foremost, it goes against my own belief system. Okay. At the end of the day, I have to make sure that we have the highest ethical standards in the industry. Period. Period. So certain things take a little bit more time. I could have launched a specific country 2 months ago if I wanted to take shortcuts, but I'm not taking shortcuts because I promise you those shortcuts would bite you in the rear end 2 months from now. And then you'll be belly aching then. So we don't do that here. And I will never do that to anybody because our standard is perfection. Our standard is excellence. Our standard is first class. And that's one of the reasons why we are exploding around the world, right? Now, granted, and I'll also say this to you, right? There is nobody in QuiAri more than Christy and I that want to launch certain markets like yesterday. Okay. Yes. I would like to make sales there. Sure. Absolutely. Yeah. Right. I mean, heck, we're spending tens of millions of dollars of our personal money to launch markets, right? We're not borrowing from banks and all this other stuff. And we're not, when we go into a market that we know is tremendous, we're not buying $100,000 in product. So you'll sell through that in the first 5 minutes. And then you have to wait 6 more weeks to get more product. That's not what goes on here. That is not what goes on here because that will not work. I would never do that anyway. Who wants to do that? That's just foolish, right? So what I want everybody to pay attention to is this, okay? So what's the best answer? It's called the honest one. That's the best answer. There is not a question that I can't answer. People want to know when. I'll let you know when, because I promise when I give you a date, I know it's going to be perfect, right? And now I am zeroing in on a couple of markets. I could probably give you a date now within probably 2 or 3 weeks, right? But within 2 or 3 weeks, if I can do it on the front part of the 2 weeks, I'm going to do it. Absolutely. But if I tell you on the front part of 2 weeks and then we need the extra 2 weeks on the back end, oh my God. Why other companies are paying you monthly and weekly and we're paying you in 5 minutes, right? Yeah. Come on, people. I'm not a rookie here. Okay, I've been doing this. Listen, when I put my head down when I started the business, you couldn't see my scalp, right? That means I had more hair. Season. Yeah, season, right. Yeah. When you did this, look, there was no grays, right? So
you got this.
Thank you, honey. So, but again, it's got to be perfect. And I mean perfect. What I mean by that is this: IT perfect, logistics perfect, packaging perfect, science behind it, all the high pressure perfect, everything. That's what I mean. That's what I mean. That's our standard. Period. That's it. There's no other. And if something gets botched up, I'll be the first one to tell you it gets botched up. Because we are here long term. That's it. I'm not people. Bob's always here. Bob's phone always works. Bob's phone always rings. Bob's always on Zooms. I lead by example. Period. The end. So I want all of you to make sure that you have confidence in what we're doing, right? Because people that have time to quote complain about whatever, there's some people that complain they win the lottery, they won 25 million bucks, they complain that it's not 26 million. Who cares? Who cares about that type of person? You're not going to change their mindset. So you work with the people that are important and that listen and that show up on the broadcast to get the updates, because I'll tell you, people contact support. Well, when's this? Well, we on the broadcast? Well, no, I was shopping. Well, sorry. We give news here first for a reason. Yep. We send out broadcast recordings for a reason, right? Absolutely. Next. Oops. We have unfinished dreams, meaning everybody here does. right? Everybody here does. If you're not where you want to be in life, I know I have a lot of people that are out there in the world that need me, that need Christy, that need QuiAri, that needs us, right? A lot. So that's who I work for. Somebody asked me, who do you work for? Do you work for yourself? I'm like, please, I don't work for myself in I don't know how many years. I work for y'all. And I mean that. I work for our promoters. I work for our customers. And I also work for myself as one family, as one big family. I work for everybody. That's what we do. Plain and simple. So I can't be any more clear than that with everybody. Now I want to give you some updates, right? Now let's talk about a couple of markets here, right? Okay, let me show you something. Here are spreadsheets of product delivery dates for different markets, etc. Now, QuiAri is the first MLM company in the world to use a process called high pressure processing, which is for prime. The result of high pressure processing is it allows us to put the most fresh product into the marketplace without using a ton of heat, which kills a product, and also to make sure the product is as pristine as you can. Because there are companies in the world in our MLM space that do not use this. Why don't they use it? Number one, some of them probably don't know about it. Number two, people don't have the money to do it. They don't want to spend the money to do it. It costs many millions of dollars in infrastructure, equipment to be able to do this, and the time to be able to do it, because it's an extra step in the production process. Now, what's the result of it? The result of it is we know the product is the best. It tastes the best nutrient profile, the best result, right? Other companies that take a shortcut and then don't use it, I can give you the names of two companies. And again, I will never embarrass another company. I don't call other companies out. I don't believe in it. Our community of MLM is of legit companies is again, there are honest companies that have honest problems. Well, one of the honest problems they just had is their product was just bad because they did not use this processing, which meant they had to do product recalls. So could you imagine having tens of millions of dollars of product in the marketplace and you have to recall it because they just didn't take an extra step? Maybe they didn't want to spend the extra money. Maybe they didn't want to spend the extra time. Who knows what their reasons are or their reasons, right? But this guy, this company is not subjecting things to chance.
Never.
Everybody gets paid in 5 minutes, don't you? Right? And that's because our software is the best in MLM. Period. The end. It is battle tested. It has been proven right ever since the second we launched QuiAri. The reason why is because it was battle tested before we launched QuiAri. Plain and simple. So I want the same thing all the time, 100%, perfection, 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 perfection when it comes to the products. So it is smart business to be overly cautious to make sure the customers and the promoters have the best experience. Would you not all agree with me in there? If you're in India, would you agree with me? If you're in Malaysia, would you agree with me? If you're in Korea, would you agree with me? If you're in Thailand, would you agree with me? If you're in Malaysia, would you agree with me? If you're in Latin America, would you agree with me? If you're in the United States, would you agree with me? Every single one of you, look at what you're saying. Yes, 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 yes. Right?
Everybody's agreeing, yes.
So if it takes a tiny little bit of time more to make sure that you use this process, is it smart to do that? And the answer is not only yes, but it's
absolutely yes.
That's not what I was gonna say, but
I'll keep it PG.
Thank you. But heck yes.
Yes.
Right? So I want to get this right. So you know, okay, maybe you don't know, but right this second, there is a lot, and I mean many millions of dollars in product which has already landed in Korea, a prime. It's sitting there. It's in our 3PL, right? But every second or third day, we have more product taking off for Korea, from the high pressure manufacturing process. Every second or third day. Here, here. In the warehouse, done. In the warehouse, done. In the warehouse, done. The 23rd of September, more products landing. The 25th of September, more products landing. Et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So when we launch, we're not just gonna have enough product for quote what you think pre-sales are. We're gonna have enough product there for month one sales and into month two. Because let me tell you what would happen, okay? Is if we didn't have enough product there and you ran out of product, oh my gosh, you know how it goes. I know how it goes, right? So I am giving our vendors, we are on them. They are running 3 shifts. They are pedal down. There have been many millions of dollars in equipment and infrastructure put into place from, just to show you, higher speed conveyor belts, higher speed, we call them wrappers, heat tunnels, more manpower and women power on the assembly lines, more things to drive. Because let me just share this with you. If I'm going too much detail, let me know, but I'm still going to keep going. So in Prime, if you look at the packet, right? I'll just show you. You want to see the things that we have to encounter? Watch this. Look at this. So when we do high pressure, these go into the high pressure facility, correct? When they come out, because water is used for the high pressure. You with me? When it comes out, it's wet. So what you have to do is, do you see this little crevice in the bottom of the packet? Y'all see that? If all you did is not use heat tunnels and air dryers to make sure that that crevice is dry, then we ship you the product, then you would have a moldy box.
Gross.
Nobody wants that. I want this to be perfect, not only tasting, but people around the world are paying a lot of money for this product. It's worth it. But we are sticklers about things. We want all the prime to be lined up. We want the box to be right. We want the seams on the plastic to be perfect, not loosey-goosey like a pair of socks that doesn't fit. So these are all these things that we pay attention to make sure that is perfect for you, right? So Korea, and keep on, let me just say this about Korea for a second too, by the way, is that you have Korea Thanksgiving coming up, right? So customs there, if you send them product during the end of this month and the first day in October, it's going to sit in customs warehouse. We know it because we're not rookies at doing this. So this is why all the manufacturing, why it's still Korea Thanksgiving, why you're celebrating Thanksgiving, happy Thanksgiving early to you. We are going to be obviously pedal down, still manufacturing, still HPP and still HPP and everything, right? So as soon as I know, and again, we are not far away from launch in Korea. We are not. And when I mean launch, what I mean by that is this. I mean, product all there, pre-sales, month 1 and month 2. I like the best that we can based upon the projections provided to us from leaders. We like to make sure that we have an overage of product there. Number one, that takes a lot of money, especially when talking about a major market, right? Major market. Number 2, the portal, everything already translated, ready to go. Website translated, ready to go. Software testing, guess what? Ready to go. For those of you that don't know, and I'm talking to a general audience here, Korea has some laws and for MLM, which are different than other places in the world. Totally happy because I think they're great. I do. But it takes a little bit more time to do stuff to make sure that it's perfect. I'll go back in time. If I wanted to do stuff on the fast or on the cheap, somebody once, when we first started talking about doing the Korea market, check this out. They said, well, you can't call a shake vanilla. You can call it white. Can you imagine getting a shake thing that's vanilla and it says white on it? What does that even mean? And then the chocolate, call it QuiAri black shake. What does that mean? So if I wanted to take that stupid advice, if I wanted to take that bum advice, we could have been out a long time ago. but that's not our standard. That's not the standard of our management team in Korea either. And so no. So I promise everybody here, Korea, not Korea, there's another major market we're getting ready to launch out afterwards. This guy is here. This guy is not going anywhere. This guy does not run from questions ever. You have a question, I'll give you an honest answer, just like I'm telling you right now in front of the whole world. There's no secrets here. There's not. So we will be making an announcement very soon about the Korea launch date. I have on my desk, I'll give you another thing. We have all the venues where we're going to be launching, because other companies might launch out with, they need a room of 100 people. That's not what's going on here. We know our launch event will be much bigger than 100 people. We know our launch event will be much higher than 500 people. So we need to find and we have found a venue that can hold a lot more people than that. Why? Because I cannot wait to come to Korea with Christy to sit with everybody and share the excitement and the vision of what we're doing. Period. The end.
Excited.
And then after we launch out, we know there's going to be Purple Diamond after Purple Diamond. And then we're going to be coming back to celebrate everybody's success and everything else around the world. And it's not just happening for Korea, it's happening in a lot of other markets around the world. So I would hope that this explanation does that help you understand where everything and everybody is, just so everybody knows. Does that help everybody? So when somebody asks when, as soon as I have the date and I know it's perfect, I'll let you know. And just so you're wondering too, it's not December or any of that garbage. Don't think, please, it's not that far. It's not, right? When I was talking to somebody the other day, said in Korea, sooner or later means soon can mean tomorrow. I'm like, bro, not that soon. Trust me. But I hope that is, because keep in mind as a company too, that we have Korea, we have a lot of markets, right? That are exploding at the same time. We have been working on Korea for some time. I understand that. But again, just like somebody said, when I gave them a sneak peek, meaning somebody on our management team of the back office, they said they've never seen anything as nice as this.
Right.
So it was worth it. Just like everything else, it's worth it. So I hope everybody has the update. I hope everybody understands what's going on. We will be here next week to give you another update. In the meantime, listen, we're getting close for Korea and other places. I'll give you a clue, right? For many years of my life, I wore a uniform every single day, right? Bulletproof vest, polyester pants as a policeman that ripped the hair off the back of my calves still, right? So I don't wear suits every day of the week because I work from home sometimes. This is
our suit.
I love wearing this, right? So when I go into the closet and I have new suits that are already arrived and they're tailored, and I'm looking at my old ones because y'all haven't noticed I've lost a little bit of weight. Thank you for noticing. None of y'all noticed. What's the matter with y'all?
Be a product of the product.
Right?
There you go.
So we're getting close, right? So that is a personal explanation for each of you, so that you know, right? Jimmy, don't tell me I'm looking good now, bro. That's not what you told me on the phone yesterday. So no, I'm just teasing. So I want to make sure that everybody understands. Everybody clear? I can't give you any more clarity than that, right? So please make sure that you show up on the broadcast next week, because guess what? By then, more product has landed. By then, and one thing, Jaden, remember, I love Chloe more than you anyway, but you know how that goes. So thank you. But remember this, okay? There has never been a person in the history of MLM that has doubted me or the company and has survived in somewhere else. It doesn't work. I thrive on doubters. I do. And I love proving people wrong, but the right way, through performance, right? Through performance. So that's where we are. I promise to, when I send out pictures of everything that's being produced, the inventory, etc., that's called a clue.
Mhm.
Each time those pictures goes out, that's new product inventory that's going all throughout the world, right? It is. So please, now's the time, right? So if y'all need anything between now and then, we're always here. I'm always around. My phone works. The management team here at QuiAri, 500 plus years of MLM experience. It works, right? All the time. So we love everybody.
Love you guys.
Thank you for being part of the family. I promise. Listen, I might even show you, next time I'm at the present facility, I might even send you a picture of me wearing a hairnet
Oh
there.
boy.
Yep. So if you want the #1 appetite suppressant in the world, put that picture of Bob on your refrigerator wearing the hairnet. That will help you out tremendously, right? So with that being said, love everybody.
Love
Thank
you
you.
guys. Thank you guys.
We'll talk to everybody soon.
Talk to you soon.
Take care.